Testing. 1 million, 2 million, 3, okay. Testing. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. That's working. Okay. Testing. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Well, you always hear that anyway.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My subs are increasing very, very fast, and I'm making this video over again because I think my viewers would like to know how to trade like I do. Now, I'm not going to explain how to chart. I'm going to explain how to understand the market. And yes, this is for educational purposes only, not financial advice, but I'm going to show you how to understand the market as one. Now, if you're a new trader, this is the video for you. Even if you're an old trader, it's always good to learn something new. Now, before you start, you need to bookmark all these stocks right here. This is what moves the market. Maybe not like 5 years from now or 10 years from now, but right now for the next couple years, the technology sector is what moves the market. So if you can maybe pause the video and bookmark these and already have these, then you can run through the video with me. Now, this video is kind of long, so if you would like to speed it up, you can go in the top right corner of the video and click the speed up to 100% and double the speed. Now, I'm not going to perfect this video. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm going to just run through it really quick to show you and how to do things like I do. But just like I said, I'm not going to chart, but if you would like to learn how to chart in my videos, I do have a Discord. The link is in the description. If you want to come in, I teach all this for just 50 bucks. So if you want to learn how to chart, that's the way to go. Links is in the description. Now let's go ahead and start. So you need to bookmark all these right here. So now we're going to start the video. So this is how we're going to break it down. So you got three main indexes, right? You have the SP 500, you have the NAS, you have the triple Qs, and you have SPY. Now, what I tell my Discord is if you would put all four of those indexes together, this is how you need to see it. So the SP 500 is the dad. So, the dad is control of the house. So, the mom and the kids, they follow the dad. So now with that out of the way, we're going to break it down a little bit more. So with the dad, walking around the house, you're going to have the mom walk around the house following the dad. So the NAS is like the mom. The two kids is like the triple Qs and SPY. So when you have the dad leading and then the mom following and then the kids following the mom, then it's a chain reaction. So whatever the SP 500 does, the NAS and the triple Qs and the SPY are going to follow. So let me zoom out real quick. We're going to pretty much just do this. Okay, so here's the SP 500. Notice how it's like an inverse Nike symbol. So we're going up, and here's the bear market. Right? So this is the start of the bear market, and we drop and then we bounce. So here's the SP 500. So here's the NAS. So we're going up like an inverse Nike symbol, and here's the start of the bear market, and here's the rally for the last 3 months. So here's the NAS. Here's the triple Qs, so it's the same thing. Here's the bear market, and then the last 3 months we're rallying. And let's check out SPY. So here is SPY, we're going up, the bear market, and here's the last 3 months. So notice how all of the indexes look the same, right? Now, like the Dow and the Russell 2000 and all the other indexes, they're not really affected by, well, they are affected, but they're not like the SP 500. So what I want you to do, I'm not going to show you in the video. Later on, go to Google and type in what's in the triple Qs, what's in the NAS, what's in the SP 500, and what's in the SPY. You're going to get a list of the technology sector and what stocks are in certain indexes, right? So the triple Qs, I think there are like 36 stocks. It's all technology. It's pretty much the list I gave you at the beginning of the video. So when these stocks pump, then you're going to have the indexes go up and down, up and down, up and down. They're like a hole pretty much. So that's how you need to look at the market, right? So like I said, the SP 500 is the dad, the NAS is the mom, the triple Qs is and the SPY are the kids. So you know the SP 500 is going to pretty much be the market mover. So let me show an example, right? So let me zoom in for the past, I think, week. So here's the SP 500. Okay, so here's the beginning of May. So this is the 1st of May, right? So here's the drop in the SP 500, right? So here, let me show you the NAS. So here's the NAS, right? It's the same thing. Here are the triple Qs. And here's SPY. So notice how they all look the same, right? So what I like to do as a trader and try to figure out the market is I look at the technology sector, right? So all of the big companies, you know, in the technology sector, so like Apple, all of them, right? How can the technology, you know, sector help you, you know, try to guess where the market's going to go? So let me show you. So here's the triple Qs. Here's at the beginning of the year. So we just been pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping, right? So what a lot of people don't understand is all the technology sectors, so like Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Tesla, all of them, not financial advice, educational purposes only on the entire video, they all work together, okay? So if you're a new trader and you're watching one stock, that's the worst thing you can do. You have to watch all these stocks. Yeah, you might not invest into them, but you have to understand where they're going. So let me show you like Apple and Tesla, right? So here's Apple. Like in the triple Qs, we started pumping at the beginning of the year. So Apple did the same thing. At the beginning of the year, we started pumping, pumping, pumping. So let me show you Microsoft. So Microsoft started back in October, but it really started pumping around New Year's. So like I said, it started pumping at the beginning of the year. All right, let's check NVDA. So it started in October, but at the beginning of the year, it started pumping. That's NVDA. So let's check out Meta. Started in October, but it started pumping at the beginning of the year. That's what I'm trying to explain is all these companies, they move together. So like, it's like this. So like, notice how Microsoft is getting a rejection, right? And all the stocks I just showed you were at resistance. So if Microsoft starts to reject from resistance, then you're going to have, you know, Apple, you know, Tesla and all them, they're going to start dropping. So that's your basic, you know, like what's going on with the market and everything. So what can you do to help, you know, support, you know, what's going on in the market? So that's where DXY and VIX come in. You know, if you go to like a Facebook page or anything and you say something about the VIX, you'll always get about half of the people in this world saying the VIX does not matter. The VIX does matter, okay? The VIX is inverse. So if the market goes up, the VIX goes down. The same thing with the dollar, DXY. If the dollar goes up, the market comes down. If the dollar goes down, the market goes up. So let me show you how to read them. So here's the SP 500, right? So we've been pumping since October. Okay, so we've been pumping, 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 pumping. So like, let's look at the dollar, right? Actually, let me zoom in a little bit more. So here's February. So this is the SP 500. So the dad, right? So we've been in February, we dropped, right? So from February, you know, 1st all the way until March 13th, we just dropped in the market. I think it was like a 9% drop, right? So let's look at February to March in the dollar. So here's DXY. See how the DXY started to pump, right? So from February to March, the dollar went up when the market went down. So it's not like on the dollar, it's not down to the 1 minute, okay? Like right now, here, let me show you. So right now, we're just trading sideways, right? So we're trading sideways in the dollar. So if I go to the SP 500, we're trading sideways in the SP 500. So even the same thing in the NAS, we're trading sideways. In the triple Qs, we're trading sideways. So with DXY, when you start to see an aggressive pump, right? So like this, when you start to see an aggressive pump, you know, the market will start to see it, you know, maybe like 2-3 days later, you know, just something like that. Now, the VIX, it's the same way. It's the same layout, okay? So here, let me show you. So here's the VIX, okay? So let's go to March, right? So let's pick March. So March 09. So here's the SP 500, right? So March dramatically dropped, right? So here we go. So here's the drop in March in the SP 500. And here's the pump in March. Because the market was dropping, the VIX pumped. Now listen, it's not what you think as a stock. It's a fear index, right? So even though the VIX pumps, it doesn't mean you're just going to melt and drop and, you know, a bear market's going to start. But if the VIX starts to pump and start breaking, you know, out of its resistance, that's how you can start getting these sell-offs. Now, what I've noticed with the VIX is it usually doesn't pump until DXY breaks out of its resistance, or if it drops really hard, then it broke its support on the DXY. So like here, let me show you this. So back in, May 1st, right? So the VIX broke out, okay? Let me show you the reason why it broke out. So this is DXY. So we broke out on the DXY out of resistance, and then the VIX just pumped and pumped and pumped. So that's what I mean by a fear index. So when it broke resistance, people are like, oh my God, the drop is coming, you know, because we've been trading sideways and the DXY was breaking out. So the VIX started to pump because people thought when the DXY broke out, we were going to have a really hard sell-off or something like that. So that's why they call it the fear index. So that's the most basic way how to understand DXY and the market and stuff like that. Now, just remember, you have to trade the market, not just one stock. So that's why I'm trying to make this video. I try to make it really the simplest video I can. Now, there is one more thing I do want to throw into it. Now, if you're trading like, you know, oil or something like crude oil, I want to throw this into. This is a good knowledge piece too if you're just trading stocks too, just to notice. Now, if the market's going up, usually crude oil is going down. So if the market's going down, crude oil will go up. So let me show you this. So here's the SP 500. Notice how we're pumping up in the market, but very slow. So let's check out crude oil at the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year, when the market was going up, crude oil was kind of trading sideways, and then it started going down more. So that's one good way to watch crude oil. Now, always watch crude oil when you're trading stocks too. It's a very good habit. But I wanted to make this video because not a lot of people see the market as I do. I'm 10 years in, and this is the best way I've made money in the market. Not financial advice, educational purposes only, but I just wanted to make this video because I know I'm getting a lot more subs on my channel, and I would really like my viewers to see the market as I do. Now, if you could sub to the channel, that'd be great, you know, but honestly, I do this to help people. I make a ton of money in the market, and I'm not really looking to be YouTube famous, but if you could sub to the channel, that'd be awesome. I do have a Discord. It's in the description if you would like to join. If you have any questions, or if you would like a one-on-one session with me, I do offer that for just 50 bucks. You know, 50 bucks, you'd make that back 5 times your first trade. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope I help somebody in their life. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love.